African tourism. I am a resident for the last 6 years living in incredible India. I've been living in Mumbai, and today is Bungalows Day. We are here at South African Tourism. With me is a group of 42 amazing, diverse, different, fresh companies that are coming to showcase what South Africa can and is doing. In the room next door, you will see we have 8 states that are represented from 9 states in South Africa. You're probably asking why Bangalore? We are the 4th largest source market in terms of arrivals for South Africa, right? This is good news. We know the kind of traveler that is sitting here and living here. We know that you're one of the fastest growing regions in terms of arrivals. We also know that Bangalore has seen an 80% year-on-year growth in terms of arrivals to South Africa. High-spending traveler is sitting here. They are agile, they are young, they're adventure seekers, they love shopping, they're ready to travel, and again, they're adventure junkies. So, what do they love about South Africa? They love the fact that South Africa has over 3,000 activities, adventure activities. They love natural attractions. Why? Bangalore is the IT capital of India, so they're highly charged. They're on a quick break. They're looking for affordability. They're looking for value proposition, and that is why we are here today. So, if 50% of the travelers are from Bangalore to South Africa, there's something that we are doing right in Bangalore, and it varies. It could be that we know and are able to package for the young millennials that are sitting here. Also, for us, there's a huge focus on corporate travel for South Africa. So we are going around the country, and we're going to be coming back in Bangalore in March, and we're going to be talking to the corporates from Bangalore, particularly the IT sector that is quite fluid, liquid, and prepared to spend on incentive travel for South Africa. And so for us, we're going to push that whole incentive travel. It's imperative because corporate think tanks is where we are actually winning within this market as well as within India. So what has been the success story for South Africa in the last year, 2023? We've seen a 43% increase in terms of arrivals from India. It's still a little bit below what we did pre-pandemic, but it's a very good upsurge. So what are you wanting? You're probably going to be asking us, what is our target for 2024? We believe, with the support of the people that are sitting in this room, with the support of the Indian corporate, with the support of the Indian consumer, with the support of the Indian trade that is sitting next door right now and talking to South African travel agents, tour operators, we have a target of 100,000 arrivals that we can get. Now let's go back. 50% of the arrivals of India are coming out of Bangalore. These are the millennials. They have the money, they have the time, they make quick decisions, they are consuming our product on a digital platform, and they are able to convert instantly in terms of making sure. Now, how is the breakdown in terms of who is coming to South Africa? 45% of our travelers are leisure, 46% is incentives. I don't know if you know this. India is the largest incentive traveler into South Africa. You bring the largest number of incentives into South Africa. If 50% of the travelers coming from Bangalore, that means your biggest contributor is Bangalore from incentive travel, of the 46 is MICE, of which 21% is incentives. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, India is also the largest IT capital of the world right now. You're the Silicon Valley of the world. Gone are the days it was in the West, right? So we know that here is sitting Silicon Valley. They're young, they're agile, as I said. We've just come out of celebrating 30 years bilaterals with India. This is a big milestone for us, because we know that our history, which is very common to yours, where we were not able to enjoy freedom fully because of our colonial history and past. And when we celebrated 30 years, not only did we celebrate it with India, but it was India who brought Africa to the table at the G20 under your leadership. Therefore, we applaud and we thank you for that. Because for years, Africa has been sitting and watching the world evolve and transform. It was under your government, your leadership, your generosity, your kindness, and your openness to bring Africa to the table. As much as South Africa was there, we've got that. As we celebrate 30 years of bilateral, South Africa is also going to be celebrating 30 years of its democracy in this year, April 27. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're a very young democracy. 30 years ago, it was never, ever allowed to be sitting in this country to even dare to dream as a South African, as a female, as a non-white or as a black female, to be able to come into India. As we celebrate our freedom, we applaud India. It is through India's voice, it is through India's support, it is India's outcry and condemnation to say it is not just to be racially segregated. It was your country that welcomed Nelson Mandela as he came out of jail. It was India who was the first country in the world when the roar of COVID was ravishing Africa. India was kind enough to give us and share with us the COVID medication, right? So what else did you give us in terms of 30-year celebration? Long before 30 years of celebration and freedom and bilaterals, India gave us Gandhi. We brought him back as Mahatma. In return, what did he do? Without even meeting Nelson Mandela at all, if I think, he gave Nelson Mandela the baton to continue to fight for social justice. Those two people in the world are global figures that we both own. We both can celebrate. Secondly, you might ask, besides the history, besides the culture, besides the food, besides the fact we're the second largest, or we outside India, we're the largest, we own the largest Indian community, right? Most of the people from South, East, and North India are sitting in South Africa. What else do we have in common? Not too long ago, India and South Africa were playing fantastic cricket. In fact, I was convinced if I was a betting woman, I had on a t-shirt that was South Africa, underneath I had an Indian t-shirt, because I knew it was going to be either India and South Africa. But as they say, we plan, sports proposes. It was another country, which I'm not even going to mention because I only see India and I only see South Africa, who won the cricket. But alas, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the best teams have to let it go and leave it for the best time. South Africa will be hosting the 2027 World Cup. Guess who I'm going to be betting for? Have to do South Africa. So I'm going to have a t-shirt that says South Africa, and underneath I'm going to have a t-shirt that says India, because I'm betting on those two countries. Those two countries are going to be hoisting either or. Those two countries can hoist the flag and say, we have got the World Cup. We all win. I believe in India. Why? You believe in us. You give us an opportunity. You make sure that our people do not go hungry. Why am I mentioning this? Ladies and gentlemen, tourism is not about the beauty only. It's not about the beautiful attractions. It's not about the wine. It's not about the brandy. It's about the people that we give hope and we give dignity to. For every bungalow that goes into my country, 8 jobs are created. You as India create that. It is Bharat that gives Africa and South Africa an opportunity. It is now even greater to see that the Indian traveler not only comes to South Africa, but they go to neighboring countries because they understand through your kindness, your generosity, your openness, your social consciousness, that if South Africa wins, Africa wins. So, without you, without India, South Africa is a fraction of its existence. We need India, we need Bangalore, we need the youngsters who are the social change seekers, The one thing I know about the millennials that are sitting in this state, they want to empower, they want to impart, they want to contribute to social change, they want a sustainable environment, they want to make sure that they're imparting change. And for that, Bangalore, we are grateful, we are thankful, we are indebted. I am a mother of a 31-year-old, and I know when he thinks and he talks India, having come here, his entire mindset has changed. He says, the world cannot exist without India. We cannot exist without you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the support. I thank you for the 60 million South Africans that you don't see every day. I thank you for the 40% of the youth that are unemployed, that you give hope because your companies, your government, your corporates are coming to South Africa. In my language we say, ndiyabulela nangomso ningadinwa uThixo anibusise aninyuse. Simply put, I am grateful, we are thankful. May the Almighty Spirit, the gods of India, continue to bless, favor, and sustain India. And may your deeds be amplified through the next generation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.